Hello and welcome to my Order of the Crimson Orim 0% LTC. Today we're taking on Chapter 12. This chapter is a doozy. It's a survive map, which of course means that secretly it's a kill boss map. And the boss is one of the toughest bosses in the game, in my opinion. So of course that means we're going to have a ton of fun. But he does have the boots, which makes it nice in retrospect. Either way, so our goal is to get Lonnie and Sven and Ornst all over to the boss ASAP, as they will be doing all the work pretty much. But this first turn, we need to set up quite a bit. There's a lot of enemies over on the right, and just a lot of enemies on this map in general. So what we want to do is just deal with them as effectively as possible. Now, in a gross playthrough, this wouldn't be too horrible to do. With a formation similar to mine in terms of just how it's blockaded off, things would probably work out for the best. However, we don't have that luxury, which is why we rig a crit on the first turn using Lonnie with Javelin. This is, of course, like my many other first turn crits, in that I feel it's okay only because it's the first turn, after which I'm not going to do any more of those, and hopefully there's not going to be too many more of those in the playthrough, because I generally speaking, don't like to do them. But in this case, it saves a pure water use, and I need to be stingy with my money. And anything that I don't have to use, I don't particularly feel the need to use. Anyway, after this is a just flurry of different using of units to kill all the 7 or 8 enemy units that are over here. The monks in particular are really annoying. They're surprisingly dodgy. Most of them have just enough speed to not get doubled by any of our units, and they're not very good for getting one-shotted either, because they have just enough health and defense. So in general, we have to be pretty careful about all of them. There's not much left to really talk about, because the majority of this chapter, and therefore video, is just this. It's just this first turn, walk up, defend, and destroy the enemy as effectively as possible. The only thing I think I mess up on is that I should have left the healing for Odin until the end of the turn, as it's better for him to have to dodge that hit and then get healed the full, while a troubadour is on a forest beneath him where he is now, so that she has a higher dodge rate, and then we can just not have to hope that she dodges one of the attacks from the monks on this following enemy phase. Anyway, now that we've dealt with that, Lonnie and Ornst are going to be heading off, as well as Sven. The reason Sven needs to be at full health is simply because he's going to have to do a bit of tanking, as he's going to be the one who ends up doing the final hit on the boss. Our boss strategy is quite simple. It's just run up to him, have Orange do a crit with the Lance Revel, followed by doing a Ion Axe hit with Sven after Lonnie rescues Orange out of the way. Heal, we have to distract the Pegasi that are coming down from the top left. They have effective weapons on the NPC we need to guard, and if we don't guard him, obviously, that's going to be an issue because we'll get a game over. We're also going to be having units sent over to the left and right because we actually need to grab an L file from the vendor that's in the bottom left that we had to wait until now to have the time to get. And also, we need to grab the village in the bottom right, which will have a horse slayer. Here I speed up this enemy phase because there's a lot of just dodging going on. It's not very reliable, but this is the best position you can pretty much get. Lonnie has a decent chance of death, and I'm not proud of it at all. But it's not as high as you might think, but at the same time, it's definitely not good either. Either way, we pick up the L file and the village before giving another kill to Beatrice for no real reason. And that's pretty much the entire chapter, done in 4 turns. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for a slightly more interesting chapter, hopefully.